Right now, police are investigating a stunning act of vandalism. They say someone vandalized a part of a Jacksonville cemetery, then stole a box with a woman's ashes inside. As On Your Side's Don White reports, the woman family says now they are left grieving their loss for a second time.
That cemetery was supposed to be the final resting place for a First Coast woman who died of cancer in October, but her family made a very disturbing discovery there this Thursday.
Disbelief and anger and just heartbreak.
Debbie Jackson says her Aunt Peggy Sears was a mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother who loved to travel and be around family.
We still haven't recovered. She passed away from cancer in October, and we still haven't recovered from that. And then to get this devastating news yesterday morning was just overwhelming.
A cemetery worker arriving at Hardage Giddens Greenlawn Funeral Home and Cemetery in Spring Park was shocked to see this. The box containing Peggy's ashes was gone.
We'd already lost her once, and now we get the phone call and saying that someone had stolen her ashes, which was just absolutely outrageous.
There are no surveillance cameras in that part of the cemetery.
The only thing that I could possibly fathom would be that maybe possibly they thought there were valuables, like her jewelry or something in there.
Peggy's family has this message as they grieve her loss again.
We lost her twice, and it's very sad. It's a horrible thing that somebody would do. We're just begging you to bring, if anybody knows anything, just bring her back to us.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is investigating, and anyone who may have information is asked to give them a call. In Spring Park, Don White, First Coast News, On Your Side.